लक्ष्मीनारायण गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री सांबमूर्तये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. We have done the Arjuna Vishada Yoga and Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga. We are doing the Karma Yoga, the Tritiya Adhyaya. And in the last class, we have seen how Lord Krishna has instructed Arjuna to surrender to him, unto him, and do his karma. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa virasir nirmamo bhutva yudhyojitvasva vigatacharaha. You perform the war without any fear or any setback. You surrender all the karma to me and be Achatma Chetasa, and without any mama maukaram, you perform the war. That is the instruction given to Arjuna. Now, Yeme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto anasuyanto uchyante tepi karmabihi. So, how to get absolved the karma? Here, Bhagavan Krishna has given a simple trick. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha. Manavaha, those humans, ye, those, me matam, my ideology. Anutishtanti, who practice this ideology of mine carefully. Shraddhavanto anasuyanto, those who are unprejudiced and without mistake. Muchyante tepi karma bihi, they will be absolved of all karma. So this is the easy way he taught. Those humans who always practice this ideology of mine and carefully and are unprejudiced and without mistake, unmistakably perform their duty, will also be absolved of karma. So this is the easy way of getting absolved of karma. Who will read this? Padma Menon? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Come on. Ye me matamidam.
Ye me matamidam.
Nityam anutishtanti.
Nityam anutishtanti.
Manavaha.
Me manavaha.
Shraddhavanto.
Shraddhavantu.
Anasiyanto.
Anasuyantu.
Muchyante.
Muchyante.
Tepi.
Tepi.
karmabhi.
Karmabhihi.
Those humans also will be absolved of all the karma who practice this ideology of mind carefully and are unprejudiced and without mistake. ये तदभ्युसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतं सर्वज्ञानविमूढां स्तान् विद्धि नष्टान् सूरतः। ये तदभ्युसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतं. Those ignorant lot. Ye tvet abhyasuyanto, ignorant lot. It is equivalent to fools who raise objections and do not follow my ideology. There will be some people who will be always arguing and sidetracking without understanding the real issue. Ye tvetad abhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam. You understand, Arjuna, that those ignorant lot who raise objections and do not follow my ideology, sarvajnana vimudham, they are goofs devoid of knowledge. Tan viddhi nashtana chetasaha, and they get ruined. Those who do not understand my ideology, do not follow my ideology, and go on arguing without following what is the real essence of it, they will be losing, they will be ruined. So Arjuna, you understand that the ignorant lot who raise objections and don't follow my ideology are goofs, fools, devoid of all knowledge, and they get ruined. Mrityunjay Mishra, you are there?
Tatagaru.
Sadhunu, ye tvet tadabhya suyanto tadabhya suyanto nanutishtanti na anutishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhaha tan viddhi nashtan achetasaha. So those who do not follow the ideology of Lord Krishna and go on raising objections, why like this, why should I do like this? They are goofs, they are fools, because they are only interested in arguments and not get absolved of the karma. So, and they get ruined. Sadrisam chestate swasvaha prakriter jnanavanapi prakritim yanti bhutani vigraha king karishyati. See how the karma is done. It is done by the nature or trigunas. So even knowledgeable persons or those without the ignorant persons all perform karma according to their nature. Sadrisya chestate swasva prakrite jnanavanapi. Even knowledgeable person acts according to personal natural qualities. So there will be some natural traits, and according to that, they will be doing their karma. Yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. Prakritim yanti bhutani. All the living beings act as per their nature. Nigraha kim karishyati. What can self-repression do? How can self-repression affect that? By force, if you stop doing karma or do something which you feel it has to be done like this, that is unnatural and it is by force, and that is self-repression, and it cannot help in any way. People go on doing karma as per their natural traits. Prakriti gunaha, sattva, rajas, tamo gunaha, three gunas. According to three gunas, they will be acting, and that sattva, raja, tamasa, three pravrittis or gunas, they come by birth, they come by environment, they come by practice, and some are natural to people. So people act according to their personal traits. Sadrisam chestate swasva prakriti swasya prakriti jnanavan api prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. Lalita, will you do this? చదువుతావా?
చదువుతాను గురుగారు.
చదువు.
సదృశం చేష్టతే స్వస్త్యాః ప్రకృతేర్జ్ఞానవానపి ప్రకృతి యాంతి భూతాని నిగ్రహ కింకరిష్యతి.
సదృశ చేష్టతే స్వస్యాః. సదృశం చేష్టతే
స్వస్యాః ప్రకృతే
జ్ఞానవానపి ప్రకృతిం యాంతి భూతాని నిగ్రహ కింకరిష్యతి. Even knowledgeable persons act according to personal natural qualities. All the living beings act as per their nature. So what can self-repression do? How can self-repression affect that? By self-repression, that karma, phalam, will not be absolved. So these natural qualities make you do the karma as per your qualities. సో ఇంతవరకు మనం చెప్పుకున్న 3 శ్లోకాలు నా యందు అన్ని కర్మాలని కూడా నాకు సమర్పించి అధ్యాత్మ చేతస్సు తోటి నిరాశీర్మమో భూత్వ, ఏ విధమైనటువంటి మోహము లేకుండా నువ్వు విగతజ్వర, ఎటువంటి భయము లేకుండా యుద్ధస్వ, నువ్వు యుద్ధం చెయ్యి అని భగవానుడు అర్జునుడికి ఉపదేశించాడు. చెప్పి నా ఈ మతాన్ని ఎవరైతే అనుష్ఠిస్తారో అనుష్ఠానం చేస్తారో అటువంటి మానవులు శ్రద్ధతోటి అనసూయులై, ఎటువంటి అసూయ లేకుండా ఎవరైతే ఈ నా పద్ధతిని అనుసరించి ఎవరైతే కర్మ చేస్తారో వాళ్ళు కర్మఫలం నుంచి విముక్తులవుతారు అని కృష్ణ పరమాత్మ చెప్పాడు. తర్వాత నా తాలూకు నేను చెప్పిన ఈ పద్ధతిని, నా తాలూకు ఈ మతాన్ని అనుసరించని మూర్ఖులు ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళు అన్ని విపరీతమైన వితండవాదాలు చేస్తూ ఉండి వాళ్ళు నష్టపోతారు. అంచేత ఈ మతాన్ని నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు ఇంత కరాఖండిగా చెప్పడానికి భగవంతుడు కనుక అందులో ఎటువంటి దోషము లేనటువంటి పద్ధతి కనుక దాన్ని ఫాలో అవ్వమని, దాన్ని అనుసరించమని భగవానుడు చెప్పాడు. తర్వాత ప్రతి వాళ్ళు కూడా తమ యొక్క స్వభావాన్ని త్రిగుణాలైనటువంటి సత్వరజస్తమో గుణాలై అనుసరించి వాళ్ళు కర్మ చేస్తారు. ఎంత జ్ఞానవంతులైనా సరే దాన్ని బలవంతంగా అణుచుకోవడం వల్ల ఎటువంటి ప్రయోజనం లేదు అని భగవానుడు నిష్కర్షగా చెప్తున్నాడు. తర్వాత ఇంద్రియస్యేంద్రియాశ్చార్థే రాగద్వేషౌ వ్యవస్థితౌ తయోర్నవశమాగచ్చేత్ తౌష్యస్య పరిపంథినౌ. ఇంద్రియాలు ఒక ఇంద్రియం తర్వాత ఇంకొక ఇంద్రియం, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఈ అన్ని ఇంద్రియాలు కూడా రాగ ద్వేషలకి అతీతంగా వాటి తాలూకు అవి అధిష్టానంగా ఉంటాయి. రాగ అంటే అటాచ్మెంట్, ద్వేష ప్రెజుడిస్, ఇవి వాటిలో నిక్షిప్తంగా ఉంటాయి అన్ని ఇంద్రియాల్లో కూడా. ఈ ఇంద్రియాల్లో నిక్షిప్తమైనటువంటి రాగద్వేషాలని వీటిని వాటి వల్ల మానవుడు ఎంటాంగిల్ అవ్వకూడదు, దాని పరిధిలోకి రాకుండా ఉండడానికి ప్రయత్నించాలి. ఎంచేతంటే ఈ రాగద్వేషాలు రెండు కూడా మనకి శత్రువులు, అవి మనకి అన్ని నష్టాలని కష్టాలని అడ్డంకుల్ని కలిగించేవి అని రాగద్వేషాలని వర్జించాలి, వాటి తాలూకు ఆవృత్తిలోకి రాకూడదు అని చెప్పారు. సెన్స్ బై సెన్స్, ఇన్ ఆల్ ది సెన్సెస్ raga or attachment and dvesha, prejudice, are hidden inherently. So one should not be entangled by them, because those two, raga and dvesha, are one's enemies, which cause obstacles in this progress. Sense by sense, any one sense and all the senses, they have got this raga and dvesha. What is the raga of eye? It wants to see something and it does not want to see something. What is about the ear? It wants to hear something, does not want to hear something. Okay, and one person is there and he says, I am half deaf, I cannot listen to things. And by half deaf, what you can listen and what you cannot listen? If something says good about me, I can listen. If somebody says bad about, I cannot listen. If somebody asks money, I do not listen. If somebody tells that he will give money, I can listen. If somebody says that you have taken money, give me, then I cannot listen. But if somebody says, I owe you money, take this, I can listen. So that is all pseudo Indriya Nigraham. So they close their ears for some certain things. So Indriyasyardhe ragadvesha vyavastitau. Sense by sense, in all the senses, raga and dvesha, they are hidden inherently. One should not be entangled. Tayor navasamagachet. One should not get entangled by them. Asya paripandhino, because they are the enemies which cause obstacles. Sudha, చదువుతావని?
గురుగారు.
ఇంద్రియార్థే
రాగద్వేషం
వ్యవస్థితౌ తయోః నవశమాగచ్చేత్ తౌహ్యస్య పరిపంధినౌ ఇంద్రియస్యేంద్రియస్యార్థే రాగద్వేషౌ వ్యవస్థితౌ తయోర్నవశమాగచ్చేత్ తౌహ్యస్య పరిపంధినౌ. One by one, all the senses, they have inherently in them raga and dvesha. Take any sense, either the karmendriyas or jnanendriyas, they have their preferences, and the mind, which controls them, has this raga and dvesha, and so they are transferred to the indriyas. So one should not be entangled by them, because these two, raga and dvesha, are enemies, and they cause obstacles in our progress and in our life. Now next, Krishna has given a very good instruction here in this loka. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushtita swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. This all should understand very well and follow this, because this is a very good instruction. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha. Even if you are not able to perform your own duty well, doesn't matter. That is good for you. You do your own duty. Whatever duty is assigned to you and what is your duty, as per either Vedic karmas or as per duty allotments or whatever it be, whatever duty is allotted and what you are supposed to do, do that, and doesn't matter even if you do some mistakes in that, or there are some fallacies or faults in that. Paradharma swanushtita swa anushtita, well done, well performed, paradharma, duty of others. That is not good. If a duty assigned to somebody else, even if you are able to do it well, or even if you do it well, don't do that. That is not good. Paradharmat sanushtita. Suppose in an office, you leave your own duty and go to help somebody. No, I will do that, don't worry, and go and perform that duty very well. But you will get a memo for not doing your duty, and that person will be given a memo because he has not done the duty by himself. So it is always dangerous to put hand in somebody else's duty. Like that, while writing your examination, you forget about your examination and go on helping somebody else, and if possible, show him something or just help him by giving some answer and all that. Then both of you will be caught, and because you are doing paradharma, you will face the consequence of debarring, or you may lose the examination because you have lost the time. So, Sreyan Swadharma Vigunaha Paradharma Swanushtita Swadharme Nithanam Sreyaha Swadharme Nithanam Sreyaha. It is better to perish in one's own while performing one's own duty. Paradharmo Bhayavahaha. The duty of others is always fearful. Don't go into the others' duties. Perform your own duty. Performing one's own duty is preferable even if it is not done perfectly. Then performing perfectly the duty prescribed for others. Perishing while performing own duty is great. Duty allotted to others is fearful. So this is a very, very good instruction, is it not? Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharma Swanushtita Swadharme Nithanam Sreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavahaha. Aditya, will you do this?
Hello?
Will you do this? Chudichi. Shreyan. Shreyan.
Shreyan
Swadharmo Vigunaha
Swadharmo Vigunaha
Paradharmat
Paradharmat Swa
Anushtitat
Anushtitat
Swadharme
Swadharme
Nidhanam Sreyaha
Nidhanam Sreyaha
Paradharmo
Paradharmo
Bhayavahaha.
Bhayavahaha.
I need not prompt. No one may chadu mala.
Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanushtitat Swadharme Nidhanam Sreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavahaha.
Bhayavaha. Anybody else? Arma garu, will you please do it?
తాతగారు
ఎస్ మాస్టర్.
ఇక్కడ డౌట్ ఉన్నారు తాతగారు.
ఏంటి?
ఇక్కడ స్వధర్మం పరధర్మం అని మెన్షన్ చేశారు కదా, అయితే అయితే ఆ కాలంలోని స్వధర్మం అంటే లైక్ అది బ్రాహ్మణ వైశ్య క్షత్రియ ఇలాంటి వాటికి సంబంధించిన స్వధర్మం అలాంటిదా, లేకపోతే ఈ కాలంలో స్వధర్మం అంటే అది ఎలా మెన్షన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఎవరికి ఏది అని?
అది ఎప్పుడు ఏ కాలం ఏంటి అన్నది మనకి అనవసరం. అవన్నీ మన డ్యూటీ ఏంటి, మన పని మనం చేస్తున్నామా లేదా, ఇంకోళ్ళ పని మనం చేస్తున్నామా, మనకి విహిత కర్మలు ఏమిటి, మనకి డ్యూటీ ఏమిటి అన్నది తెలుసుకోవడం. మనం ఏ కర్మ చేయదలుచుకుంటే, ఇప్పుడు వైదిక కర్మలు చేయదలుచుకుంటే దానిలో మనం ఏం చేయొచ్చు, మనం ఏం చేయకూడదు తెలుసుకోవాలి. స్టడీస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మనం ఏం చదవాలి, లేకపోతే అది వదిలేసి మనం ఇంకేవో అలా బ్రౌజ్ చేసుకుంటే ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోవడం, అది పరధర్మం. మనకు కావాల్సినంత వరకు చూడడం, మనకు కావాల్సినంత వరకు తెలుసుకోవడం అస్వధర్మం. అలా ప్రతి విషయంలో స్వధర్మం పరధర్మం అని ఉంటుంది. అది మన మనసుకు తెలుస్తుంది. లేకపోతే మనకి ఏది మన డ్యూటీయో తెలుసుకోవాలి. యూ గివ్ మీ మై అలాటెడ్ డ్యూటీస్. అమ్మా నేనేమి ఇవాళ చెయ్యాలి అని అడిగి ఏం చేయాలో అడగండి. నాన్న నేను ఇవాళ ఏం చేయాలి, నా పనులు ఏమిటి, అవి స్వధర్మం అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు అవి కాకుండా వాళ్ళు చెప్పకుండా ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఏదో పని చేసుకొచ్చి నేను ఈ పని చేశాను అంటే దానివల్ల వచ్చి ఇబ్బందులన్నీ కూడా నువ్వు ఫేస్ చేయవలసి ఉంటుంది. అంచేత ప్రతి విషయం నేను స్వధర్మం పరధర్మం అని అవి మనంతటా మనం జడ్జి చేసుకోవాలి. మనకి ఏవి నిర్ణయించబడ్డాయో అవి స్వధర్మాలు, నిర్ణయించబడనివి లేకపోతే ఇంకొకరికి తాలూకు నిర్ణయించబడ్డవి అవి పరధర్మాలు.
ఓకే తాత గారు.
అరుణ గారు ఒకసారి చదువుతారా మీరు కూడా?
చదువుతానండి. శ్రేయాన్ స్వధర్మో విగుణః పరధర్మాత్ స్వానుష్ఠితాత్ స్వధర్మే నిధనం శ్రేయః పరధర్మో భయావహః.
ఇది బాగా అర్థమైంది కదా అందరికీను. ఎందుకంటే ఇది చాలా ముఖ్యమైన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్. ఇప్పుడు ఇంతవరకు భగవాన్ చెప్పిన తర్వాత, శ్రీకృష్ణ పరమాత్మ చెప్పిన తర్వాత అర్జునుడికి ఒక సందేహం కలిగింది. అథ కేన ప్రయుక్తో అయం పాపం చరతి పురుషః అనిచ్చన్నపి వార్ష్ణేయ బలాది వినియోజితః. వార్ష్ణేయ, Krishna is the descendant of the Vrishni Vamsha. Vrishni Vamsha Pradeepaha. He is praised as a Vrishni Vamsha Pradeepaha. So Krishna is the descendant of Vrishni's dynasty. So he is called a Vrishni Vamsha Varshneyaha. It means Vrishni Vamsha, belonging to Vrishni Vamsha or descendant of Vrishni. O Varshneya, O descendant of Vrishni, Krishna, Adhakena prayukto ayam papam charati purushaha. Deployed by whom people do sinful acts. Avichannapi baladiva niyojitaha. Avichannapi, unwillingly. Baladiva niyojita, as if forcefully ascend. Why people commit these sins, sinful acts, as if forced, even if they don't want to do, why they are doing these sinful acts. So, athakena prayukto ayam papam charati purushaha anichannapi, not willingly, varshneya, baladiva niyojitava, as if it is forcefully impinged on them. Baladiva niyojitava, forcefully assigned to them. As if they are forced to do that, these sins. Why people do like that? That is the question. Who will read out? Bhagavad Gita B anundi evaru? Is it Vijaya? Yeah, please.
Arjuna uvacha atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anicham api varshneya balat iva niyojitaha.
Adhakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. Adhakena prayukto, by whose force or who are forcing them? Papam charati purusha. Purusha doesn't mean only man. That's why I am not using that word man. Here I am using always people or human beings like that only. It belongs to all the human beings. Either women or men or children or even animals, everybody. Papam charati purusha. Purusha means paurusham, means arshneyam, paurushayam. These are the words. So arshneyam, what is done by arsha, or the respectable people of great descent. Paurushayam, that is acts done by people. So it is Purusha means only the people here. Doesn't particularly mean only men. descendant of Krishna, but deployed by whom adakena prayukto ayam papam charati purusha. People do sins like this. Anichannapi, even though they are not willing. Varshneya. Baladivanyo, as if it is forced on them. Even if somebody doesn't want to do, is forced to do these acts. And what is this force that is making them do this? See, a witness in court, he'll be asked to tell a lie. And if he says, no, I will not tell that, I will not do it because it is a sin to tell a lie, then he will be threatened. If you don't say this will happen, that will happen, like that, they will threaten and make him give a false witness. So these are sins made to do by force. Exactly not this by external agency, but you see the great answer given by Lord Krishna. It is not external force or somebody else that is forcing you to do the sins. It is something within yourself, or which you are not able to control, or which you are not care to control. This will be. Adhakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladivaniyojitaha. There are some more. Anybody else can do? Hello? Here 7 others if you want, but who are there, I don't know. Vishnu, you are there?
Yes, sir.
You please do read this.
Yes.
Random.
So can you please help me?
Adhakena prayuktoyam
Adhakena prayuktoyam
papam charati purushaha. Are you made to do any sin forcefully, or an
No,
act
sir.
you are not willing to do?
No, sir.
No. Practice music. Are you forced to do that?
No, sir.
Not so. So, adhakena prayuktoyam
Adhakena prayuktoyam
papam charati purushaha anichannapi.
anichannapi.
Icha means desire. Anichannapi, even without desire, without their will. Varshneya
baladiva niyojitaha.
Adhakena prayukto ayam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Then Lord Krishna answers. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha maha asano maha papma vijjena miha vairinam. So this is only within oneself. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha. Kama, krodha, raja. So these are the three gunas. Kama, krodha, these are the sattva, rajas, tamo gunas. 3 gunas. Sattva, rajas, tamo. These 3 are the gunas. Sattva is the sober or pleasant or peaceful gunam. Rajas means it is forceful and aggressive. And tamas is ignorance. So rajoguna is the worst thing. Tamas is ignorance, and if somebody enlightens them, they can correct. But rajoguna is a very bad quality, and they will not be correcting themselves mostly. Kama, krodha, these 2 are born out of rajoguna. So the worst enemies to human being, the kama and krodha, they are the causative from the rajoguna, and rajoguna causes this kama and krodha. Maha asano, it is like a hunger which can never be fulfilled. The more you do, the more you feel like doing it. Maha Papma, they are very great sins. Vichyena miha vairinam, you understand that this enam means this one. What is that? That is great desire, or it is called lust, which if it is disproportionate, it is called lust. Vichyena miha vairinam, you understand that this lust is a great enemy. Kama esha, this desire. Krodha esha, and thereby anger. So first thing is kama or desire or lust. Because of that, if it is not fulfilled or if in its performance you get anger. These two are caused by the Rajoguna. It is born out of Rajoguna or passion. So this passion is reasonable for this kama and thereby to krodha. This desire is an unsatiable hunger and a great sinner also. So understand this, that this lust is the great enemy. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahaseno mahapatma vichenam hyavairinam. How clearly it is told that rajoguna, first you control the rajoguna, and with that your kama or desires will be controlled, and thereby your anger will be controlled, and you will be absolved of this great hunger of this lust and this great sin, and you will understand that these are your great enemies. Anybody else will do that? Please come. Hello?
Master Garu.
You are there, Panigar. Come on.
ఏ నంబర్ అండి?
ఇది 37 37.
ఓకే. కామయేష క్రోధయేష రజోగుణ సముద్భవః మహాశనో మహాపాపమా విద్యేనాం ఇహ వైరిణాం.
విద్యేనమిహ వైరిణాం.
విద్యేనమిహ వైరిణాం.
కామయేష క్రోధయేష రజోగుణ సముద్భవః. Kama and krodha. Kamam and krodha, these are rajoguna sambhava. They are born out of rajoguna. Mahasano, they have great hunger and they can never be fulfilled. The more they fulfill the desire, still you will be getting desires. So desires are unending. So there is a principle in the economics. Wants are unlimited and means are limited. So here these wants or desires, wants are something which you really require, and desires or lust is one thing which should be avoided. The more you want, you fulfill it, the more you will be feeling like getting it. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhava. So first you get absolved of this rajoguna. That rajoguna is not at all a passion. That passion for something is not good, and because of that passion you will have a desire, and because of desire, whether fulfilled or unfulfilled, you may get anger, and it is a great sin, and it is never fulfilled. So consider this as enemy and get absolved of this. So why people do sins? Because of this rajoguna. See, he is giving very good examples here about this. Dhumena avritye vahnihi yatha adarsho malena cha yatho ulvena vruto dharpa tada tene dama vrutam. Very good examples. The fire is encompassed or mingled with dhuma or the smoke. So there is a saying, if there is smoke, then there must be fire, like that. So a fire is covered by dhuma. So it is encompassed by this knowledge, or jnanam is encompassed by the desire or kamam. So here the knowledge is like the fire and the smoke is like the desire. So the knowledge is encompassed by the desire, and the fire is encompassed by the smoke. It is covered by the smoke. Just as the fire is encompassed by smoke. And Adarsho, Darsha means show. Adarsho means which shows what you are. Can you tell me what is that? It is a quiz. What is that which shows you? Anybody can answer?
Expression.
Huh?
Expression.
Expressions.
Personality.
No. Say, girls stand before that for hours together and do makeup. What is that?
Mirror.
That is, Adarsha means mirror. Oh, you immediately answered, Vijaya. Good. That has to be done. See, there is an age and there is this thing. So, a mirror is one which shows you how you are. But if it is covered with malinam or dust or mud, then it cannot show you your actual face. It will be distorted and you cannot get a clear picture. Just like you cannot see the fire when it is encompassed by smoke. The mirror is covered by mud or smoke, by dust. And another good example is Ulbena Avruto Garbhaha. Garbhaha is the fetus in the mother's womb, and it is covered by a sac which is filled with water, some fluid. So the fetus is covered by the fetus or embryo is covered by a sac of fluid called the Maya or Mavi, we call it. Maya means illusion. So it is not the actual pindam or the embryo is inside. So it is covered and it is not visible because this Maya or Mavi or the sac of fluid covers that embryo. Just like that, the knowledge is covered by the desire and the knowledge gets obstructed. Even the sun, great Lord Sun, is covered by Megha, and only the real sunshine comes only when there is no Megham. So there is a story. Can somebody tell the story of the rat and the hermit? Do you know that story? Rishi Elakapilla Kada. ఒక ఋషిగా ఆశ్రమంలో తపస్సు చేసుకుంటుంటే ఒక ఎలక పిల్ల అక్కడికి వచ్చి ఆయన చుట్టూ తిరుగుతుంటే హీఈస్ వెరీ కంపాషనేట్ వెన్ ఏ rat has come near him and it is around him when a hermit was performing a tapas. So he took pity on that and took it in his hand and converted that rat into a beautiful girl by his powers. Then he reared her, బాగా ముద్దుగా పెంచుకున్నాడు ఆ పాపని. పెంచుకుంటే పెద్దదై యుక్త వయసు వచ్చిన తర్వాత పెళ్లి చేయవలసింది వయసు వచ్చింది, ఇంకా ఈ అమ్మాయిని పెళ్లి చేద్దాం అని చెప్పి ప్రపంచంలో అందరికంటే గొప్పవాడికి ఇచ్చి పెళ్లి చేద్దాం అని అనుకుని, ఎవరు అంత గొప్పవాడు, సూర్యుడి కంటే గొప్పవాడు ఎవడున్నాడు అని he wanted to get her married to this god sun god, and he went there and asked, oh Lord sun god, you marry my daughter. Even sun god is afraid of this hermit because he has got great powers and he can give sharpum. So he bowed to him and told, okay, I have no objection in marrying when you say I will marry, but there is a greater person than me and you better approach them because I am only under his control and Megham can cover me. So you ask Megham. Then he approached Megham, and Megham also told the same cloud. Cloud told that I am blown away by wind, so wind is greater than me, so you approach wind. Then the hermit went to the wind and told, you are the very powerful, most powerful person, so I want my daughter to get married to you. Then he told, oh wind, I am the god of wind, I am very powerful, but all my power is nowhere when a mountain obstructs me, the rocks obstruct me and I will be stopped there. So you have better approach a mountain. Mountain is the greatest and strongest. Then the hermit went along with his daughter to the mountain and told, "Oh mountain, you marry my daughter. You are very powerful and you are the fittest person to marry my daughter." Then the mountain, yeah, I am very great. I am very strong. But one lapse is there. See, there are many holes in my body, and all these are caused by very, very powerful and all-powerful person, and that is a rat. So the rat has made holes in my body, and I am nowhere before the strength of the rat. So you better get married her to a rat. So the hermit thought, oh, that is the nature. Yatha moshika moshikaha. So he made the girl again into the shape of a rat and got her married happily to the rat in the mountain. So like that. So these are covered. The knowledge is covered by the desire. So desire is so powerful, and the fire is encompassed by smoke. The fetus is or embryo is covered with the sac of fluid, and so that is the knowledge. Even a person may be very intelligent, knowledgeable, and know many things, but when this desire or lust creeps into him or her, then they are doomed, and this enemy overcomes them. So one should be very careful to get into the clutches of unnecessary desires or bonds. So who will do this? Dhumena vrite vahni yatha darsho malena cha yado ulbena vrito garbha tata tene dama vrutam. Anybody else?
తాతగారు
ఆదిత్య,
తాతగారు చదవచ్చా?
నువ్వు చదివావు కదా, ఇంకెవరైనా చదువుతారేమో.
ఓకే తాతగారు.
ఎవరున్నారు?
నేను చదవనా అండి?
చదవండి.
ధూమేన వ్రియతే వహ్నిర్ యథాదర్శో మలేన చ యతోల్బేనావృతో గర్భాస్ తథా తేనేదం ఆవృతం.
Dhumena means by smoke, avrite circled or covered, vahni means fire. Yada means in which way, adarsho means the mirror, malinecha covered with malinam or dirt or mud or some grease, whatever it be. And yada in which way, ulbena, ulba means photos. Ulbena, ulba means the smavi or the fluid around the fluid sac that covers the garbha embryo. Tada, in the same manner, tena, that means with that, idam, this one, with that, this is avritam, covered. So he has not told what is covered by what. Tena means by that, idam means this. That by that this is covered means knowledge is covered by the desire, kama. Aditya, నువ్వు కూడా చదువు.
తాతగారు. ధూమేనావ్రియతే యథాదర్శో మలేన చ యథోల్బేనావృతో గర్భః తథా తేనేదమావృతం.
చందన, నువ్వు చదువుతావా? చదువు. చెప్తాను, చదువు. ధూమేనా ఆవృతే వహ్నిః యథా ఆదర్శో మలేన చ యథో ఉల్బేనా ఆవృతో
आवृतो
गर्भः
गर्भः
तथा
तथा
तेन
तेन
इदम्
इदम्
आवृतम्.
आवृतम्.
Good. आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरेण अनलेन च. आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणाः. Moreover, Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, knowledge is encompassed by this in the form of desire. So this cover takes the shape of kama, desire, and it encompasses the knowledge. And it is an eternal enemy for the wise, and it is unfulfilled, and it is like a fire. Fire cannot be quenched. Whatever you put, it will be growing more and more. Like that, the more you fulfill the desire, it grows still more, and it wants still to be fed more. So, O Kaunteya, Jnanam etena, this Jnanam of Jnanis, this is Nityavairana. It is Avritam, this Jnanam is Avritam by Ajnanam, or the Kamam. So, that is the eternal enemy of Jnanis. And so, it is always unfulfilled, and so the only way is to keep the desire away from the roots. Who will do it? Anybody else there? Vijaya, you can do it.
Yes, Master. Avrittam jnanam jnanino
Etena
tena
Nityavairina
jnanino nityavairina
Kamarupena Kaunteya
kamarupena kaunteya
Dushpurena Nalena Cha
dushpurena
Analena Cha
analena cha.
unfulfilled. It is like a fire. Dushpurena, it is unfulfilled. Never it is fulfilled. It is not completed. So now I have taken one mango. It is sufficient for me. So the one who is desirous of mangoes does not stop there. I want more mangoes. He will spoil his health, but still he will be eating mangoes. A person with diabetes, if he is attracted for mangoes, his diabetes will increase, the sugar content will increase, and he will face problems. So this desire of anything, I am just giving a small examples. There are very great desires, and they desire for money, desire for so many things. So all these things are the enemies, and that has to be removed from roots. Indriyani manobuddhirasya adhisthana muchyate etat vimohayasyesha janama vrucyadehinam. Indriyani manobuddhirasya adhisthana muchyate. There is a central place or concentration for the Indriyani manobuddhi. So this kama seats inside itself. It centers in the indriyas, manas, and buddhi are the senses. So all these are come under the control of kama, because it makes a god for all of them, and it house arrests these three, namely indriyas, manas, and buddhi. Indriyalu, manasu, buddhi వీటిని ఈ కామం అనేది ఆవహించి ఉంటుంది. వాటికి సెంటర్ అదే అన్నమాట. కామం వీటన్నిటిలో కూడా అది దూరి ఉంటుంది. మైండ్, ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ వీటన్నిటిని కూడా అది కంట్రోల్ చేస్తుంది. దిస్ unsatiable desire shields wisdom of persons through these senses, mind, intelligence, and causes delusion. So indriyani manobuddhirasya adhisthana muchyate. So this kama seats itself. It makes the a seat for itself. Adhisthana means high seat. in Indriyas, Manas, and Buddhi. So they are all controlled by this kama. Ete mohayatyesha jnanamavritya dehinam. This unsatiable desire. Ete vimohayati esha. This unsatiable desire, jnanam avritya, that encompasses the wisdom, that clouds the wisdom of the persons through these indriyas, intelligence, and the mind, and it creates dehinam, delusion. So they are unable to act as per their will and pleasure, but they are under the control of this moham, which is the which is caused by the rajoguna. Indriyani manobuddhirasya adhisthanamuchyate ete vimohayatyesha jnanamavritya dehinam. So there are 2 or 3 more slokas. Shall we complete or we'll stop here? It will take another 10 minutes, or we'll do it next time by in a hurry. Okay?
Okay, Master.
Okay, we'll stop here and we'll thank you all.